Hello everyone, happy Monday. It's Marie Fleming Grant here from the Awake Revolution. So, I wanted to share a message with you today for your inner perfectionist voice. So, this is a common one if you're someone who, similar to me, I also have some of this pattern. When we have this kind of perfectionist pattern or part of us, and it's very concerned with getting it right, doing it well enough, staying on course, not coming off, not shifting direction, and just really just being concerned with getting it completely right. So I just wanted to share this with you because I know this is something that comes up a lot, and I just had a session with someone where we touched on this as well. And it's just a reminder that, there is no right or wrong. So as you're, moving through your day, whether it's your personal life or your business, you're trying to figure out maybe like, is this the right thing? Or you're so concerned with staying on track and doing the things that you said you were going to do. All good things, all good practices as well. But I just want to throw another perspective in here for those of you that need to hear it. There is no right or wrong, because sometimes we're trying to hold so firmly to being on this correct track of what is okay, what is the right track, and this is the only track. Sometimes if you've got that perfectionist part of you, it's going to tell you that it's the only way, and if you don't do it that way, you're a massive failure. If you don't do it that way, you haven't done it enough. So just check yourself today as you're moving through the day. Are you doing lots of shoulds and shouldn'ts? Because even I've worked on this for years. I had a massive issue with this in the past, so much better now, but it still comes up, and I know it comes up for a lot of creative, entrepreneurial, visionary, helper, healer, intuitive, whatever type of personality you have, whatever career path you're on right now, but even in your own personal life. So I just want to shine a little light on this for you today as we're starting the week, to remember to come off those shoulds and shouldn'ts. Because if you really start to see that nothing really in this life is black and white, there are so many different shades. And when we start making a judgment around what's okay, what isn't, what's good enough, what isn't, what's correct, what's wrong, are we succeeding, are we failing, it starts to become a very black and white way of thinking. And then with that, you're going to feel all kinds of pressure, all manner of pressure. And when we're in pressure, we go up into the head, and we then start to really disconnect from the soul, right? The soul alignment. And it's the soul alignment, the inner wisdom, that really takes you to the most magical, powerful places. So just reminding you of what you already know, to just follow the journey, follow where you're being guided. So how I typically do it today, I have a bit of a balance. I have a list of things I want to get done, absolutely. I like the structure, I like having the goals and having this plan of today I want to do these things, this week I want to do these things. But then I also each day make it a practice to tune in and say, okay, what's aligned for me today? What is aligned for me in this moment? Usually it's this moment. This moment's the only moment we're in. So what's aligned for you right now after you finish watching this message? What's aligned for you? Do you need to go take a rest? Do you need some food? Do you need to dive into the thing that you've been procrastinating on? What do you need to do? And start to follow your own soul guidance, and a reminder to you that there is no right or wrong. There is no one path. And if you find yourself moving down a path, and maybe you're here now where maybe you're not particularly liking where you are and it doesn't feel good, don't attach your right or wrong to it. Just simply make a decision and shift. And then you can sort of move over here. Oh yeah, this feels better. Travel down there. And then sooner or later, you're going to find, oh yeah, this doesn't feel so good. Then you shift again. So if you look at your life and your business and your art and your creativity and whatever it is you're doing, it's just this movement. You're constantly shifting and moving. And not to have this pressure on yourself that you've got to be on this one track all the time and be positive all the time, because they're going to be days when you come off it. There are going to be days where things feel difficult. There will be days where you forget who you are, and you have to remind yourself, right? You forget, you go up into the head and you forget really the truth of who you are. So I just want to encourage you to just bring some lightness around all of this. Like, loosen up, let it go, let yourself flow in your day, in your week, whatever it is that you're focusing on. And remember, there is no right or wrong. You just course correct anytime. You just stay fluid. You can flow. You can do things that don't feel good, that you wish you did better. You can flow over here. So just allow yourself to move, be flexible, and see if you can step out of this rigid way of thinking, because the perfectionist is very rigid. And I'm not knocking the perfectionist, because I love that part of me. I have a part of that really likes things just exactly right. And I'll always have that part of me, but it's just bringing that into balance so it doesn't rule you. You're not a slave to it. It doesn't beat you with a stick every day. And you can have a lot more fun and enjoyment as well, and allow for the most magical surprises to come in. Because of course, if you plan everything, you don't allow for amazing new ideas spontaneously to come in and hit you in the third eye at 3 p.m. this afternoon or whatever, right? So allow for the magic, open yourselves up, and don't get into that rigid way. And if you find yourself, just start to practice. See if you can start practicing. What if I just try and see? Use the let's just try and see approach. What would happen there? Might be uncomfortable, might take a little practice, but yeah, you just get to shift and course correct whenever you need to. All right, so you're doing really great. Keep going, keep believing in whatever you're doing, and just have a little bit more of a fluid movement if you need to. So pop a comment below if you want to share anything with me, or if you've got any questions on that. And I wish you a lovely, lovely rest of the week. All right, bye for now.